Welcome, and thank you for joining us today as we share a quick, it's not going to be quick, guys. It may be a little lengthy video because we're going to share our experience on the Princess Cruise. And you can have, we're going to compare our experience because we've been on several ships. And, the MSC, the Carnival, the Royal Caribbean, Highland America, Norwegian, I think I said the MSC. So we have quite a few experiences. This is our first Princess Cruise, and there has been some things that we did not expect on here. So we're going to share that with you. So if you're interested, do stay tuned, hit that like button, and you'll see me on the other side. Thanks for joining. So here we are on our last day before we disembark the Princess Cruise. We're going to tell you a little bit about our experience to help you before you choose the Caribbean Princess Cruise. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do, and thank you for joining us as we take you on our short journey. So let's talk about our room. Since we're outside on the balcony of our room, we can tell you a little bit about our experience in this room. And that is, it's not the basic, it is the basic size, but what they did is made the shower much smaller so that women can have a more closet space. So we do have closet space.
Big closet space with lots of hangers.
Lots of hangers, but the bathroom, the shower, is only enough for your elbows, like to get here and around you. It's just enough for one person to stand in the shower. That's it. And shower, but I could call it elbow room. It's just enough for your elbows.
For us, it would be, for a big person, it would be,
kind of hard.
Yeah.
Maybe coming all out the shower. But okay, and so what else about the room was nice?
The
movies. I love the TV space, the way it's set up.
Good.
They have unlimited movies. I know we're on a cruise, we want to watch movies, but there are times you're back in your room and you don't want to be out there. So having your own private deck, balcony, and the TV, I say that was a definite plus.
Yeah.
Good movie choices. So,
yeah, they had some good, and they have a nice, what do you say, menu on there so you can see what's going on and that sort of thing. So
yeah, so our room, I want to say, was great. Only thing is they changed space for us to have more clothes.
yeah, more clothes. The bed could have been firmer.
Oh yes, the bed is lumpy, like really lumpy. Like they just decided we don't need to change the beds, let the customer sleep on a very lumpy bed. They could do better there. So that's our room experience. So let's walk into the bathroom so you can see. This is and I love the lighting in the room, like it pops on. But you have all this closet space, and then you have this area here with your safe, and you got some shelves and stuff like that. And let's get right into the bathroom. It's just very, very basic bathroom. Put all your toiletries and stuff. Got a nice space. But then we look at the shower, and it's just this little small, literally just enough for your elbows. You to be in there with your elbows. You know what I mean when I say elbow. It's like just elbow room. It's not big at all. I do want to mention the lighting. When you walk, you get up at night, there's a light that comes on down there, so that you can walk to the bathroom without bumping into anything. The bed is very lumpy. You can see that here. Just not smooth at all, just a lumpy bed. But the lighting has been fun because you don't have to worry about when you get up, and even when you don't feel like getting out of your bed, there's a light switch on the bed also there. So you do have great accommodations in the room. So I'll give the room a pro, except for so I think when you look down, because we're on deck 12, when you look down, there's, I guess, considered tiers, because then you have this balcony, and then you have that balcony experience. So these are just like on MSC. That I do remember having the different levels of balconies. And you have your elevator experience. It's a normal thing. Okay, so we talk about promenade, and you know promenade is usually straight through, but that's not the case on this cruise right here. So this is just a little small, you know, the casino.
Kids' video games.
Once you get through the casino, you come out here to what we call is the tourist trap little mall. These are the few stores that you would have. We got the, you know, the basic stuff, the Essence, the Iffy. Guys, this is the promenade. As you can see, it's not really promenade. You can't walk straight through. You have to go in this circle. This is the art gallery. Some cute arts. One thing we have noticed in the layout of the ship is when you can get to the dining areas through walking past the rooms. You got to go through whatever deck you're on to get to the dining. So that's a little different. Strange painting, Andre said. What does that say to you? And so this is your little pharmaceutical area, your liquor and yes, and your chips and stuff like that in this little small area. This is the internet cafe room where you have all your books and you got a little bit of internet space. Internet cafe.
The beach with an appetito navigation.
So here's this interesting thing on the cruise is if you press the button, like number 7, they press number 7. Yeah, it changes for you. So you have all that. Yeah. Tells you where you are and how to get to wherever you want to go. We're gonna go in here. It's just a little private area to sit down and talk a little bit more about. Oh, this is called the Churchill Lounge. So you can find a quiet place, even though this is a day. So we're gonna talk about our Medallion Experience. Okay, so this is a pro getting on the ship. Let's talk about that, babe.
Yeah, it was very good. They have a thing, medallion, so that they can recognize who you are. Yeah, I've got it in the pocket.
So he has one, and then you can turn it into this. He wears that on the neck as the whatever you call it, lanyard, and then you can put it on your wrist.
Yeah, and here's the wrist one.
I did show.
Oh, okay.
So now let's talk about the Medallion Experience, because on here is different from any cruise I've been on. So this is all unique, but
it's very efficient. So it was the fastest boarding that we've ever experienced on a ship.
Right.
Because we upgraded, we also got into what they call the green line, where there was no waiting. All you do is flash the medallion. They have all your information, and all of a sudden we're on the ship, and we went, wait a minute, what happened to the wait?
Right. And the protocol, where you have to, what is it? You have the safety. Hold on. That's okay. The safety, you know, when they tell you about the safety, that was easy. You just go to you go find your muster station, and then it's not even a briefing there. The briefing is in your room. You have to show up to the muster station. Then you go to your room and you do the 2 other steps. So it's 3 steps.
Yeah, you watch a video, and again, it's very efficient.
Yeah, very easy, very accommodating.
High grades for boarding.
Right. So that's the medallion. So we did find that was tremendously helpful to have the medallion. But let's talk about the drinks, because we did get an upgraded package.
Yeah, and they make some good drinks here, variety. The upgrade package basically gives you unlimited juices and water and alcoholic drinks and all of that. So you do make out on that. But we were surprised.
Yeah, that part was good. The drinking package, which is, like Andre said, is unlimited. Part of that wasn't great. Like if you wanted your fruits and your fruit drinks, like in the morning they have the orange juice and stuff. So that's included in your package. But if you want freshly squeezed orange juice or whatever, that's work to get to. You got to go stand at the bar. You got to stand in line, and you may or may not get what you want. And they have a little menu of the drinks that they actually make for you, and it's like supposed to be healthy smoothies, and they're not that great. Any smoothie that they have on here has not actually tasted
not
like
really
a smoothie
smoothies, no.
at all. So the drink package, I guess, was sort of worth it. You get up to 15 drinks a day. Who's going to drink 15? I'm sure there's some alcoholic fish out here, but it wasn't us. But we did get it.
Yeah.
He thought it was worth it.
Yeah, I would say that between that and the gratuities, we probably broke even on the upgrade.
Okay, so let's tell them what that was all about. So our gratuity, you get, okay, for the, this is what we got. We got this package, and we were sold on it, and it tells you all the things that you can get. For instance, they tell you that you're going to get premium desserts. So you get 2 premium desserts, which they have the cone and cafe area on the bar where you get the ice cream. That's not that great.
They had 1 or 2 that were very good, I thought. So.
But I'm going to show you a picture of Andre getting one of his premium desserts. He had a ball. He danced and enjoyed that one. So they do have some nice desserts. It's just not my favorite. And so it includes the Wi-Fi. I can tell you that the Wi-Fi service was excellent.
Yeah.
I actually liked it.
Yeah.
There was a few hesitations, but it is unsecured if you're coming on your phone, and you get up to 4 devices, so that's pretty good. It also includes the fitness classes, which we did not take, and that's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up. I came on here to cruise and enjoy myself, and that's exactly what we've been doing. And it also have, of course, we said it, the unlimited juice bar. So we also thought it included at least online and talking to customer service, they told us that 2 premium dinners,
Yeah,
what
2
do you call it?
special
dining. But we got on the ship that wasn't
And we
included.
had friends here we met on the ship that had the same experience where they thought they were getting these, and then they told us on the ship, oh, that was changed.
Not only that, the premium dining, specialty dining was not included. Also the photos. So you're taking these beautiful photos, and they said 2 was included. We got there, we didn't. We ended up paying $21 per photo, so $43 in total for 2 of those photos. So the photos are not included. So check again and again before you go on to see if what you want is included in the package that you purchase, because they may tell you one thing online, customer service, and then you get on the ship and they tell you something completely different, and they do not give any lenience to say, well, since you were told that. So we didn't get what we had hoped. I forgot to mention something important about this little medallion.
Yeah, it also acts as your room key.
Your payment.
Yeah, you can pay
on
for
and
things.
Off the ship.
Yeah,
It's your ID.
You can find your partner if you need to, and they know where you are, so
Right.
you don't get lost, on that level. So, yeah, that was a very, very good innovation. So you get in, the room recognizes you before you're there and opens the door.
Right.
And it was a little weird at the beginning because we were standing there saying, well, lock, and then it would unlock. We were standing there, why is it unlocking? We just locked it. And you have to move away, and then it locks it for
So
good.
don't be alarmed if when you walk to your room, it automatically unlocks itself. It will recognize you, and your name will appear, then it'll unlock and it'll open. And then when you leave, it waits until you leave before it locks. But it does. It was a kind of.
Yeah, it worked.
It was a little bit scary at first. We were like, wait a minute, what is going on?
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, so that's that. As far as the medallion, that's the one pro. That's a great pro, actually.
Yeah, it really
to have
is.
the Medallion Experience. So now we're going to talk about we talked a little bit about the bar experience. You got to find the right bar.
And the right bartenders. We had a couple good ones, and they mixed some very flavorful drinks when we wanted an alcoholic drink, where you could just get the bottle of water from them, and
Or soda pop.
yeah, soda pop, and
So those are all good pros. And so we're going to talk about our food experience. Because you can go through the rooms to get to the dining experience. That's a different layout.
Yeah, the ship layout is different from others. So oftentimes to get places, you have to go through where all the cabins are.
That's the word I was looking for, cabins.
Yeah, and then you get out into a different section of the ship, and so it's a little different from other ships. Take it or leave it. And
I'll leave it because it took us several days to get
figure it out.
To get to the dining room, to find your place. You had the coral dining, the island dining, and then there's another one. So there's 3 main dinings, and you do have to make reservations. So you can't just go into one of the dining rooms like you could.
But you have to wait.
Well, yeah, after 7. After 7, you can go anywhere, and eat in the dining room. But it's not, again, comparing the experiences on other ships. I will say, one night we were all together at a shared table, and the servers were arms over you, not saying excuse me, putting, just really rude. And then the next night, the same dining room, we had a better experience. This experience, it made me feel like I was on the Royal Caribbean, where they were consistent. They introduced themselves, and then they told us what was on the menu, and they were very consistent in making sure we enjoyed our meal. That's not the same the night before.
And about the meals, we had some very good ones in those restaurants.
Oh yes, the Land and Sea, which is like a surf and turf, with lobster and some meat.
Yeah, some
steak.
It was good, Nick. It was not.
The potato was
meat.
delicious.
It was good.
And then the next night we had, which was my first time eating beef Wellington. That was actually very good. So
they did a very good job.
Right. So they have a good dessert selection. So that's that on the food, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
and breakfast is the same every day. Don't expect anything different. They may change up the type of chicken, but it's the same.
And it ranges, and I think this is true for most ships. It ranges from something that you go, oh wow, that's really, really good, and the next thing you get, you go, ugh, because it's just
guys,
not,
excuse the moving screen.
Yeah, so it's all over the place when it comes. So you got to figure it out, and if you're in the right place at the right time, you can have some excellent food, and then sometimes it's just blah.
Right. I'm sorry about that, guys. So I may be moving the camera because I'm holding it with my hand because I forgot my tripod.
You're doing a very good job.
Bear with us as we move on. Now we're going to find a different place to go. I'm trying to give you guys an experience around the ship, not just in one area. This is a nice lounge.
It really is. It's just there's no food here. Well, I guess it's back over here, but it's
tried to
very
go to a
private and quiet.
Okay, so let's see what else. So I think we're mixing it up, pros and cons, right? Not just all cons and not all pros. Well, let's see what else. Oh, let's talk about the entertainment. And then after the entertainment, we'll talk about the places that we visited. Mm-hmm. The entertainment, I would like to go to the Princess Theater and do that. So we're going to see if we can find that and then sit down and talk about our different experiences with that. And it certainly wasn't above the rest, nor did it stand in line next to them. So if you're interested, keep watching. Just found a very nice spot on the ship that we didn't even know existed, and this is the last day at sea, and it's called Planks Barbecue. It's a seafood island, but it's really, really, really nice. And but anyway, I think I shared with you guys about the food. Did I say the food was not? The food isn't the best, but it isn't the worst either, because you can find good food. Just keep walking, keep looking, and you'll find something that you like. Oh, and you can wash your clothes on the ship too. You use this medallion to get your coin to wash. There's only 2 dryers and 2 washing machines, but it's easy to follow the instructions for your clothes. There is a woman director on this ship, and I apologize, I do not remember her name. So the crew is okay, but I'll tell you, we had a 80s night, and girls are feeling good, and that was actually pretty interesting. We had the whole floor, right, the customers, and then the passengers, and then the crew came out with the director, and then they just stole the show pretty much. But that's the kind of experience we had with them. It's like this crew likes to be the center of attention rather than the customers, and it's a lot of flamboyant, sugar in the tank kind of atmosphere as far as some of the crew members that are the ones that are leading the show by dancing, and the directors helpers are the ones that come out and dance with you and try to get the party started. They're quite a bit flamboyant. They're also the ones that are over the crew, like some of the activities, the games. So again, in this nice spot wow, let me show you something else. So let's just go out this door. I don't know which part of the ship this is, but it is absolutely gorgeous and different. Of course, there's no water in the pool, but it looks like this. Nice spots, nice and cozy, all up there. But anyway, so it's nice that we found this on the last day at sea. So some people are not going to leave their spots until later. We'll just come in. It's cool. It's not the sun is not beaming down, and a lot of people do not know about this area. Okay, so here we are on Oceanside. I hope you can hear us because we're trying to do this incognito, but not. So let's talk about some of the places we've been. My favorite out of all the stops was Roatan, because we stopped right on the beach. But we went to first was, what was that?
Grand Cayman.
Grand Cayman, and then we went to
Roatan,
Belize, and then Cozemel.
Yep.
So we had a nice stops, very hot. But again, my favorite was, and I'm going to show a clip of Andre and I rowing on a paddle boat. So that was really fun for me. Plus, there's a few other things, but that was the best. It was all beachy and very nice, and they wasn't all in your face about bye. So, and Andre dove, so he did a dive.
Yeah, I had some nice scuba diving with some very nice people. It was really, really a pleasure.
Right. So what else? Belize was just Belize. I know a lot of people believe it. It's great. I just don't. That was all
Tourist trap.
Yeah, just shop, drink, shop, hot.
Yeah, unless you spend money to get out of there, whether it's cabs or all of that, then it just wasn't worth it, because all it is tourist trap shops in an area that you can't get out of unless you pay.
And this side of the beach, I think the side of the boat, I don't know, are we in the aft?
Yeah, we're aft.
This is a perfect place. There's an overcast of big, I don't know if you call this thing over.
Yeah, well, it's just.
But it keeps the sun from everywhere else on the ship. It's direct. The sun is directly on you, and not that it's bad. I mean, a lot of people like to sunbathe, but for people of darker complexion, back here is perfect. It's a little windy, but perfect. Chilling out, sleeping, and relaxing without being bothered.
And you can just see what's going by. So, for instance, there's the ocean in the background.
Just really, really nice. So we're going to go in and we'll tell you a little bit about our theater or the entertainment. On the ship. So I think that's it for this part of it about the places we stopped. Another area on the ship that we wouldn't have found had we not just decided to scroll every crevice. This is a nightclub. It's quite nice, private. Not many people apparently know about it. This is one of the funniest things. On the last day of the cruise, we find or discovered this nice laid-back bar and that restaurant called Barbecue. Forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Planko's Barbecue.
Yeah.
That's where they have stir fry and other things. So we're going to talk about the entertainment. Go ahead, babe.
Well, the entertainment is a mixed bag. It ranged from some very, very talented performers, in particular one band but we would have loved to have had them play more of our music, but they needed to play the variety. They were great. Then you went
That was Cruise Control.
Yeah, that was Cruise Control. And then you went sort of to the other side, which was the operatic
That
show
was the Bravo,
tunes.
the very first show.
Yeah,
Boring.
it was boring, and the singers were warbling and sometimes went flat. It wasn't the great. We just couldn't take the whole thing.
Yeah, a lot of people got up and walked out of that show.
That wasn't there. And then you have a lot of stuff that's in the middle. You had a couple of really good comedians, and then one was a comedian,
Corey.
and Corey was great. She was great. And then you had a
Eric
comedian,
Buss,
magician, and he had some very original magic, and he was very humorous.
His name is Eric Buss, but what he did is he definitely cracked my sides. So I think the Buss, B-U-S-S name says it all. He really knew how to keep the audience and involve the audience and make you laugh while he's doing magic. And his tricks were very, very good.
So it's a mixed bag. It was.
There was one who did the one-man show.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember his first name, but his last name, it was J-A-Y-E. He was very, very good.
Yeah, he was doing some great. He was backed up by the ship's band, and they did a great job. And his voice, and he was tap dancing, which is almost a lost art. So I was very impressed by that.
Right. So we had a lot of ups and downs on this ship as far as the whole experience. It was overall a good experience. But I know, would I come back on Princess? At least the Caribbean Princess, no.
Yeah.
But I feel like they all probably do the same thing as far as customer service.
Yeah, it's hard to measure. We're going to be taking a Carnival cruise later in the year. We'll have to compare them because this is all post-COVID. We had one a year ago where we went Trans-Pacific, and that had partially a snooze cruit.
This is like a library. People are just discovering. You should see the faces as people come through that little, I don't know what you even call it.
It pays to explore the ship when you first get on there, and you just got to walk the whole ship, or else you may miss something like this.
I can say this though, on Royal Caribbean and all the other ships we've been on, places like this you don't actually find. It's always crew members only or something like that. Here, there's been a lot of access anywhere on the ship for the passengers, so I give kudos to them for that. There's some really nice places. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like.
And what would you rate this? Well, I would sort of rate it maybe a 3.5.
3.5.
3.5 stars out of 5.
Yep. So there you have it. And you'll see me in my next video. Thanks for joining us. Bye.